Okay, so let's unbox this Eastman and Laird's Ninja Turtle set. So I got my buddies over here, 2 friends of mine, and they're gonna help me out.
This is fantastic. Look at that original art from Image Comics. The original same color bandanas on the turtles. This is when you could only tell the difference by looking at their weapons.
So is this the image? It's not the old Mirage stuff.
Sorry, Mirage.
Is it Mirage? Okay,
was it
Mirage?
Mirage?
Like homage to it.
Mirage, yeah, Mirage.
Mirage.
Comics.
Okay,
That's
okay,
right,
so
Mirage
it definitely
Comics.
looks that old style, but it looks updated.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think this is Eastman artwork, right? Like this is the original stuff.
How funny that all of this started with 2 friends just messing around, drawing sketches to each other. Okay, so let's open up this bad boy.
We had the coffee cake. That was nice.
Let's see. So there's a sticker on the side here. Just gonna put this. Okay. It's Christmas. Yeah.
Man, I've been waiting so long to open this.
So one question I have is what's the retail of this?
So I got this at Target, and it was like $100-something. I think maybe I don't remember exactly, but I want to say 120 to 140, and that's the retail price.
Stand this up for a second. Okay. I mean, 120, 140 for 4 figures. That's
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
Great price. And the weapons look great. Should we start by taking out the turtles first?
Yeah, let's just get them out.
Let's see. I just want to see. Are they twisties or no? They're actually these things are actually tied down really well.
True story. You're paying $1 for every band.
So, help me, help me. Now he's even got one around the neck.
It's choking him out.
Yeah.
Alright, so in terms of movement, it's got up and down movement. Oh, it does have side to side as well. There's a little bit of restriction on side to side. So ball joint.
It doesn't go up high, right? Like you can't lift his shoulder up.
Like it doesn't
Yeah.
go past here, and I think that's the design because of the turtle shell. And for some reason, the left arm does go higher than the right. I think you'd have to play around with it a little bit. But
It's like
yeah,
the gym.
that's. He does have.
Jean-Claude Van Damme action.
Yeah. Every toy now with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Kickboxer action. Okay, well, I mean, it's really nice movement in the figure.
It's sick though. I like the, like they're a little boxy. They're very stocky, right? Like they're really different from the Neca movie ones that we just saw. The ones you got.
The Neca movie ones, I mean, the Neca movie ones, they're really nice. A nice little secret that a lot of people don't know is you can actually move the eyes on the Neca movie one by moving the back. I really like this. I'm wondering how you would tell.
Tell them apart.
Like, yeah, if I just chuck these into a bag, and do they have something that shows to tell them apart?
I'd have to save the box and try to remember the faces. They're slightly different.
All right, so on the box, let me see if I can get the box in there. All right, so Leonardo's easy because he has the straps for his katanas. Donatello's gonna have
He's no teeth.
yeah, so he's just like he's got this neutral look on his face, and then you have a smiley turtle and a more angry turtle. So then I'd say the angry one should be Raph, but he's holding nunchucks.
Yeah, I mean,
So
this
is
you
weird.
would say that normally Michelangelo would normally have the kind of happy-go-lucky party dude expression, although he does become the last Ronin. So Michelangelo is the one with the most raw talent, and if they're in the middle of a fight, you could say this is very much aggressive war battle turtles. You know.
Raph
Yeah.
has the crazy angry smile, and Michelangelo's just angry.
I mean, right. So to get to the size here, we're going to have to pop this piece of plastic. Oh, this is the. What was he called? He had a name. He had a name for when he was out by himself.
Yeah, when you go out alone, right?
Yeah. Now I'm thinking of all his names: Darkwing, Nightwing, Nightbringer. But no, he did have a name, and I just can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Take.
Man, these look sick, man. I really like the shading. Like if you look at the
I
shading.
love the shading. It's like cell shading, right? It's kind of very from comic book to real life.
Yeah, Raph looks crazy with this little like hood here. Sick.
Okay. Check it down in the comments. Who knows what Raph's name was when he went out as a solo vigilante?
All right, I'll help you. I'm gonna stop recording and I'll help you. Get them
stars?
all.
They're not stars, they're pizza cutters.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of, wait. I kind of like having a little. think there he's got the one.
All right, this is definitely Leonardo because of the straps.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about
He's the
that.
best one. He can
Well,
like
he-
roster
he's-
swords
his
up
one-
there.
yeah, his one
he's the
is-
best looking one.
Comes preloaded, cause bang.
Yeah.
I mean, look, that's ready to roll.
He was my favorite when I was a kid, but he's now I look back, he's kind of boring, right?
Yeah,
He's the Boy Scout.
well, he's like.
I think you gotta. Yes.
Is the leader.
Yeah.
But you know what,
there's
Donatello,
no-
man, you can't beat the bow staff. You can't beat the brains, and like that, you know, he basically came in with all the ideas to save the day, and he had all the scientific.
Donnie's
theories.
gonna have see. Donnie's easy because he's got
Oh,
this.
he's got a.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
to put
So he's got the hole here for his bow staff. So he's good.
You can make him. Wow, look at that! I'm a pro.
And then
Nice
this.
to put staff on his back though.
Yeah, you could just put that on the back. So the only real question is, right? Raph is smiling, and Mikey he just seems angrier than Raph, right?
Yeah, which is crazy.
That's
Mikey's angrier than Raph.
That's what it shows on the box.
Like-
Because it should be like I would give this face to Mikey, and this face to
like
Raph.
it's a bit cheekier, right?
Well, I mean, you could, right?
You know what the other thing is though? I just realized the scratches on their shells here, they're not the
They're
same.
not. Yeah.
They were.
So this guy, so Mikey's got a lot more scratches. You'd think Raph would have more because he goes out on his own, right, at night. All right, so I unboxed my Ninja Turtles set with my friends, and I thought I'd just make a little follow-up video here, and maybe I'll just combine the two videos, but I wanted to show everything clearly in detail. We were hanging out, just talking, chatting, you know, discussing comics and so on, so I didn't really get to show everything clearly laid out the way it is here, and I thought for people who might be interested in this set, you can take a look. And for the second half of the video, I'll show this stuff in more detail. So it comes with this cloak, this hood for Raphael. You could put it on any turtle, but look at the detail here. It's really nice. You could see the fabric right across, like the lines across here, across the chest area. So this is for Raphael. And it also comes with 4 extra sets of hands. So you could give one set to each turtle, and each hand will fit on any of the turtles. And then you have an extra right arm for Raphael, but you could also put this on any turtle. And their traditional weapons, the bow staff, the swords, the nunchucks. The nunchucks have a rope, not a chain. You have the size, and it has 3 ninja stars. There's no L or R or M on their belts here. Donatello is easy because Donatello has his bow staff and he has the neutral look on his face. So me and my friends were talking about this. Leonardo's easy because he's got the straps here for his swords. Other than that, you have Raphael and Michelangelo, and how do you tell them apart? And me and my friends were trying to figure out who was who. Now on the box, you have Raphael, who's grinning, okay, and that could make sense. He's happy to fight, and he's got the size here. And you have Michelangelo holding his weapon here, and he just seems very angry. The artwork here on the box is not correct. So giving this guy the size, this is actually Michelangelo, and this is actually Raphael, the guy holding the nunchucks on the box. And how do I know this? Well, I discovered that if you pop their head off, there is a letter here. Where is it? It says R, right? So this angry guy here holding the nunchucks is actually Raphael because it says R. And if you take what is on the box, Raphael's head off, it turns out to be Michelangelo. Oh, all right. So this one, notice, says M. Can you see that M there? So this one is actually not Raphael. It is Michelangelo. So I'm just going to compare these quickly in terms of articulation, detail, and it's not even close. Like in terms of detail, look at the Neca ones. Look at this shading. Look at the colors. It doesn't even come close. I'm not one of those people who keeps my stuff in the boxes and try to resell it, or you know, all about the value, like money-wise. There's a different type of value, not a money value, right? But an aesthetic value and an artistic value and so on. And so Neca, of course, is far superior. But if you're looking for a lot of articulation, notice that the Playmates ones are just way better. To do different poses and stuff. Look how easy it is for me to put Leonardo's hands, you know, to have him grab his sword. With these Neca ones, you can't really do that. Like, there's really no way to do it without bending the sword too much, and his fingers don't move, so you can't do too much with it. If you look at this Leonardo, you could move each finger, and this extends, you know, throughout, like to every part of the figure. So his toes move independently of each other, right? So you can move each toe. or you could move them both together. Whereas on the Neca figure, you could only move the ankle. It's very stiff. I like the stiffness. These actually start to wobble and sag, and it's hard to get them. That's why I'm using the sewer cover. So here they are, all right next to each other. Some people might say I'm comparing apples and oranges. It's clearly a different line, a different iteration. You have the cartoon, the comic, so two pretty different things because the comic was much darker. This was an adult comic. This was a children's cartoon. To me, it's obvious that the Neca is just far superior. And here they are from the back. Notice that the Neca ones have tails because these are the comics. So you can see their little tails sticking out there, and those tails actually do move. I don't mess around with them because if you flip them the other way, they don't look like tails anymore. And here they're doing a YMCA, so YMCA. That's how. Look at the difference in the shell, right? Like the markings, the shading. The Neca is just absolutely incredible. So here's Raphael with Grifter. I just, gave him some die cast. I managed to get Raph on this die cast bike here that I have. I swapped out one of his hands, and you can, so when you use this more open hand, like there's a bigger gap, you can have him hold the side like this. It comes out really cool. So I swapped out the hand, and I also gave him the other bandana. There's one of these for each turtle, just to give it, a more dynamic look, a different type of action shot. So he's on the bike here, he's with Grifter, and this is just so we can compare, how it works out with other action figures, and it works pretty well. These guys are short, Grifter is taller, but if you pose them in certain ways, right? So he's on the bike here, Grifter is off his bike, so Grifter decided to dismount, and he's got, pretty good detail for what it is, and together it works really well, right? I think this is a great match, Raphael and Grifter together, and he's holding a die cast. This is actually a metal sword, so this is a die cast Thundercat sword, and this is here's Gambit's Mikey with the Playmates action figure. So this is Playmates here, and this is just a cheap basic shredder. I did a review of him. He came in the 2-pack, the Nickelodeon 2-pack, so there's an old video of him somewhere floating around. He got a hold of Loki's staff. This is metal, by the way, so this is actually made of die cast. So he's got Loki's staff here, and he's facing off against Michelangelo. So what I did with Mikey, because he's the last Ronin, I swapped out the arm, that extra arm that comes with the set. You could put it on any turtle. So I gave him the arm, where the biceps are wrapped. I also gave him the hood, right? Because he is the last Ronin, so he can actually do anything if you're familiar with the story. So he's got the hood on, he's got Raph's sai, he's got Leonardo's sword, though not broken, and he's got the bow staff, okay? So he's got all of the turtle weapons, all 4 weapons, and he has the hood on. And the hood just looks sick. I mean, this is just crazy. Oh, there goes Shredder. So if you look at, just the way it sits, and I took off the bandana that he had on, and that makes it sit nicer. You could put it on with the bandana on, but it just looks a little nicer when you take the bandana off. And you could see the detail here, and it looks really insane. Right, so Mikey here has all the weapons. He's got the extra arm, he's got the hood on, and he's ready to go.